Hey there YouTube, AC here, and first off I kind of want to apologize right now for the making and review of this video. As you could hear in the background, there is a GarageBand playing. I could never get away from it every time I want to do a video. First off, just wanted to apologize for that. So I just wanted to kind of give you my overall review about it, the pros, the cons, and that's about it. So let's get started. As you could see, I'm not sure if you can see, let me see if I could zoom in a little bit here at the bottom. The thing with the backpack is it does scratch easily. As you could see, there's some markings here from me just having it on and moving around. A scratch over here, not so much over there. Well, actually maybe one right there. You could see it on the camera. I can't really see that in real life too much. I guess it just depends on the way the light hits it. I also had to move my setup here for just now. I mean, this is part of my work table. Sorry for the mess there. But I have a little mat here. It's nice and soft, so I had to move it here because of what I'm about to show you. Normally, when I'm doing my review videos of products, I actually have everything over there. There's my little setup. You can see the lights and stuff. So we're just gonna move here. Okay. Besides the scratches, it does stick out. Right now, I have it. I didn't do the expansion part, so this is still compact. I mean, it looks good here, but once you have it on your back, it actually sticks out quite a lot from your back. I'm gonna also put some videos with this one of me riding with this backpack on, so you can see how it looks like at night. It looks really cool at night. It does get people's attentions, which is also good because when you're riding, you don't really want people following too close. I mean, yeah, they're gonna follow kind of close because they want to see the eyes. They'll probably take video. Unfortunately, when I was riding at night, I tried to get it with the camera. I'm not sure if they were taking pictures, but some of them got a little close and were trying to see the backpack. Other than that, you know, it's been an okay experience. I also like that it does have pockets here, so I did put some business cards here, so when I'm out and about, I could just take out a business card. Only problem is that when I have the backpack on, the business card was not like in front of my chest area. So when I was trying to reach for a business card, instead of like being down here, it was actually all the way here. So I'm over here reaching for where my chest is, because I'm thinking the business card is there, or this pocket, but yet I had to reach almost all the way to my neck because the thing was all the way up here. So that's pretty much a con there. I don't know about the straps. I think maybe because I didn't have the strap pulled down high enough or whatnot. I don't know. Probably have to adjust the straps. But again, if you don't have anyone to behind you or tell you where the backpack is, you kind of feel like you do have it up, but you may have it down. So anyway, that's what these straps are for over here, for you to adjust that department. Other than that, I haven't put anything over here on this bottom pocket right here. I haven't put anything there yet. So I have yet to. I just feel like if I were to put anything here, I would kind of feel uncomfortable, because as right now, let me move these straps over like this, and let me show you a side profile. So if I were to put anything here, I think it'd be like bulgy right here. Let me see if I could just put something in there for now to show you in the video. It's kind of tight right now because I have so much stuff in the backpack. I just recently did a trip, and yeah, it's like almost like really tight in here. So I'm not sure if I could even put anything. It would have to be something flat, like maybe a tool or something to put in there. But let me just try to put this box of batteries. As you can see, it's what I use for installations. But let me see if I can even try to fit that in there. Okay, I can, but I think that would pretty much be the extent. And even that, check it out how much it bulges out. I don't even know if that would even feel comfortable while wearing the backpack. So again, this might be just storage for maybe a very thin wallet, maybe a tool or so, you know, something very thin like this. You could probably put in there and it shouldn't be too uncomfortable, considering how much padding it does have over here. So again, I haven't done anything in that department. Also, for the expansion pack, I haven't really expanded it because this just gets too like big. I mean, it's in this video, I'll put a little clip right now of how much this is from your back, and it's already big enough. I mean, if I were to do this expansion pack, I'm gonna feel like I'm carrying, you know, camping equipment. And if I could get a picture of that, I'll put a picture of a guy on his motorcycle, maybe with some crazy camping gear, and that's how this backpack would feel on you. All right, so next what I wanted to get to is the Pro. The Pro is that it is, you know, big inside when you open it and everything. You just have so much room to put stuff. The con is that it's big and you could put so much stuff in there, making this backpack heavy. Right now as it stands, I have a lot of things in here, which I'll show you in a second, of stuff that I carry with me on the trip. And normally I would take my Alpine Stars bag, which is right there. Now this one is a more compact bag, and I still could fit a lot in there, but there's a lot of pockets, so therefore everything's kind of in one spot like this, compared to this backpack where everything's just all over the place. All right, so speaking of all over the place, let me get to it. And oh yeah, before I get to the all over the place department, the LEDs on here are pretty cool. In the daytime you still could see them, but not as bright. You can see them from a distance, and it just depends. I mean, when I was riding and maybe came across like a shadowy area, you're able to see the lights a little bit more. As far as battery consumption, I had this backpack running for a good portion of my ride, and it didn't even put too much of a dent on the battery pack. Barely took any battery for that day. I think I had it running for 2 to 3 hours, and there was no issues. And I just had it on random, so I wasn't really selecting it. So every 3 seconds it would just change animation, which was good. A lot of the riders that were right behind me, they were kind of, you know, gazed on it, and they really liked it. So that was pretty cool feedback, that they just like looking at the little eye animations and stuff like that. But they said it does get distracting if they're trying to ride or whatever, because they're just, their eyes are just focused on the lights. All right, so now let's get back to the inside of this backpack and the major con. Hopefully you guys can see everything right when I do this. All right, so I'm gonna unzip it, and the con is that when you unzip it, well, sorry about this, guys. I'll keep on going back and forth. Let's go the other way. Let's do it this way, because most of the time when you want to get something from your backpack, you gotta do it. You could do it. You have to do it this way because you're wanting to get something, right? So one con is that you cannot just open like a little portion of it and really try to get something, because it is tight. It won't allow you to really reach in there, you know, to kind of grab something compared to a normal backpack. You can just undo one side, reach in there, grab whatever it is you need to do, and then close it. This one, you have to open it almost all the way, and look, it's almost like you're doing surgery and guts are about to fall out. Look, so once I open it, check it out, open it, now everything's kind of almost bulging and hanging out, right? Now as soon as I do the other one, hopefully nothing crazy happens, but as soon as I open the other part just to even get in there, look at that, everything's already popping out. And most of the time when I'm out there, I'm just trying to get something, you know, stuff that starts to fall out, like this would fall out. You know, right now it's not falling out, I don't know why, it's just weird. But when I was out there, and I was afraid that I might lose something, so you can see how much stuff I have in here. And then once you grab the thing you need to get, maybe you needed to get the battery pack to you know, this is my jumper pack, I needed to jump someone's bike or whatever, here's my cables for that, you know, and then once I grab that stuff and I want to put everything back, let me go ahead and put this back in here, put it back in here, you know. And like I said, this is the pro, you're able to put stuff, but the con is, besides all that, you try to close it, now look, you can't even close it. I mean, look at this is like all hanging all over the place, and you're trying to tuck it in, trying to close it, and then you gotta like maneuver the stuff around. You gotta, you know, it's just like a major hassle, you know. See, you're trying to like compact everything in there just to get it. Sometimes you can't. You gotta really press it down to try to even zip it, and then you're struggling with the zippers, and then you could finally close it. So that's one big con. Now let me do it from a standpoint of having it laid down when you're trying to get some stuff. All right, so we have it here in the lay down position, and now I think it kind of works a little bit best, but still, you know, when you have a lot going on here, so, you know, again, you cannot just open a little part because it's not going to allow you to, unless you have something right here to kind of grab. So if I needed my air pump, which I kind of have here, yes, you could grab it, you know, use your air pump and then, you know, put it back and then close everything and you're good. But say you needed something like way in there, or you're trying to look for something and you can't. So you open all this, like this. Whoa, that scared me. Caught that on camera. Okay, so there goes my air pump. I don't know why that even happened. Okay, that was a major scare. All right, so let's turn off the air pump. All right, let's do this all over again, which was, I don't know why that happened. That was crazy, guys. All right, so when you're trying to open it, so let's unzip this whole thing, and then you're trying to open it and look at like all the stuff, like Right now, because I was kind of moving things around, I think everything kind of just found its spot. But when I was out there on the road, you know, everything's just kind of moving back and forth inside there. So when I would open it, I had to put everything on the floor, and sometimes, you know, this would fall out. My glass thing would, my water bottle would fall out like that. So that's I would say one of the major cons about this backpack is that there is no, like, I wish there was, like, this shell part, that's where all the, you know, the space is. I wish they would make some kind of netting here. If there was a netting here, you know, everything would kind of be in its place. So if there was a netting here, everything would be like this, you know, and being held. So when you open it, you could without having things flopping out. Also, on the sides over here, they have a little, this piece right here, which kind of holds this corner piece. But I wish there was something like kind of over here, maybe like a flexible material, or maybe even this, but something flexible. So when you open up this shell, your stuff doesn't, like, you know, just flop out. So like, say this was here, it doesn't just kind of go like this, you know. So if there was something kind of here to kind of help everything be in its spot, that would be great. But mainly I would say a netting right here in this department. I may for sure probably find some netting. I'll probably go to the fabric store and get a netting and then kind of sew it into this fabric, you know, at least like halfway, I would say would be good. And yeah, so that way I could have something and not have it fall out. So that was one of my biggest things. All right, so you guys want to know what I have in my backpack when I go on a trip. All right, so let me go ahead and open this. Let me get all the stuff back out. Actually, just take everything out. So I had some water. You know, I always try to carry some water to stay hydrated if I'm not able to stop somewhere. I do carry a first aid kit. I have my motorcycle riding glasses. So if I'm not riding, I do have my spare glasses, my regular glasses in here. So that's in here. This is a must for you guys. I'll have a link down in the description down below this video of all the products that I have in here. This is the definitely saver. It's a, you know, windscreen cleaner. So that with a towel is good to have. I also have a small, well, it's not getting too small anymore. It's kind of getting a little bit bulky, but a little like tool kit pouch. And inside here, you know, I got, you know, some tools, you know, nothing major or crazy, but something to kind of get me through a situation, you know, stuff like this, you know, paper towels, a little roll of electrical tape, fuses for sure, especially from what happened with my last ride, some zip ties, paper towels, you know, stuff like that. May put a little knife in here or some scissors, that's going to come in handy as well. So besides that, I did do a long trip. So inside here I have, well, I got two of these. So let me take both of them out, but I'm just going to show you in one of them what's inside. So that's that one, and that's this one. And both of these are full. And what I mean by full is when I take this out is a gas can. So I got two of these, one here and one on this one as well. So and it's full of fuel because I did just come back from a ride. Definitely a lifesaver, especially when you start riding and out in areas where gas stations may be too far in between the next pinpoint, and you never know. You do fill up, but you know, things could happen. You know, the ride could take a little bit longer than expected. So having a little bit of extra gas in case of emergency is always a definite plus and a good thing to have. And then I got these bags for the gas containers. You know, it is secure. It has these little loops if you wanted to do it outside your backpack or strap them on your bike. These are awesome. So definitely a lifesaver for these. Didn't need them on this ride, but I always have them just in case. Next, after that, I have a power bank, which is a big one compared to my normal. This one has a flashlight on it, 2 ports for charging, and this is for a jumper pack. So there's a jumper battery pack. Here is the cables for that. This plugs into here, so if my battery ever died or anybody else's battery on the ride dies, I'm able to jump start their bike. So that's that. Next, what I have is the air pump that scared me earlier. You know, in case we get a flat, I do have a little patch kit, a plug patch kit in my toolkit, and then I'm able to fill up the air. Or if my air tire pressure got low, I could fill it up, or if someone else is the same, I could fill up their tires. After that, I do have a battery power bank here. I do usually carry like 2 or 3 of these, and then once we get to our stop or a rest area, you know, I'll whip it out and, you know, charge a phone or charge anybody else's phone, whoever needs a charge. you know, I'll supply their, you know, some power for them. In this little bag over here, I have a handbrake lock that goes on the lever, you know, for security. And then on this little baggie is all my little charging cables. I try to carry not only for my phone, for any other person's phone. I may not have that particular phone, but the little ports or whatever, and I usually carry that with me, you know, to help charge other people's phones and stuff like that, or anything. And then in here I also got, in case, you know, if we're in areas that are soft on the gravel or on the floor, a little kickstand pad. You know, I got a few in here, you know, not only for my bike, for other people too. You know, I got this at a motorcycle event. This is how it looks like here. So just to put underneath your kickstand so you don't sink into the ground. You know, I also have my charger for my batteries for my camera, helmet camera. I do have a few, you know, bungee cords in here, and I would say that's about it for this department. And then this is where I also would keep my, you know, power banks. I have a power bank here, and then this cable I was lending to a friend so he could charge his phone once we got to our destination kind of place to eat. So that's what's in this little bag. Put all that in there. I don't want to lose any of the stuff. And it has a nice little zipper. Now where I got this bag was with my motorcycle cover. It came in this bag. I think most motorcycle covers come with a little baggie. And then in here I also got the power bank that I use for the backpack. Now, like I said, that it only used one. Oh, now it's used because on the way over there I used it, and then on the way back I used it. So it took 2 out of 4 lights from the battery pack. So still good. And my ride was pretty long. I would say probably around 6 to 8 hours of riding. So that's not bad. So I'll put that back in this little pocket here. Here's that cable for where that is. And then in this zippered pocket area over here, you know, I do carry some pain medication. I wouldn't say medication, they're more like Tylenol and aspirin in case I get a headache, because, you know, sometimes I do. Nothing else in this compartment. I think I removed it, but I did have my case for my Garmin GPS. You know, so when I'm done with the ride, or if I'm gonna park somewhere, I usually take my GPS out and I'll put it in the pocket here. Also in this pocket, I have a little Ziploc bag, because in case I get stuck in the rain and I still need to know where I'm going, I'll put my GPS in this bag, which is a perfect fit, and it pretty much keeps it waterproof. Therefore, it doesn't get damaged. And then the battery will last around a couple hours. After that, in this pocket here, on this bigger pocket, I always keep my jacket liner. This is a windproof jacket liner with my Alpine Stars jacket. So I kept that in there just in case I got rained on or whatever, or if I'm getting too cold. And I think that was about it. Besides that, I also had that wrench that I showed you earlier, right here. When I was doing my adjustments of anything, I usually keep a wrench with me. And then I also had my 360 selfie stick for my camera, and a mount for it. And I had that in there. I don't know where I put it, but that's pretty much everything that I have in here for this backpack. Making all this stuff over here makes it pretty heavy. I would say it was probably around a 10 to 20 pounds or so. And then my weight, of course, on the bike, you know, so all that kind of adds to that. And then I have my business cards here, which I did pass out a few. For overall use, I would say this is a pretty decent backpack for what it is. I also noticed that those other people who have a similar backpack but without the eyes on there, similar design. The only difference was that it didn't have these little pockets on the chest straps or whatnot. This part came in handy for sure. Oh, now that's the reason why I actually had I didn't adjust these straps over here, and I have them all the way up to here, is because I'm a little bit of a bigger guy. So when I put this on, this part where this buckle is right here actually goes right by my chest area, like right over here. So right where my logo is here, it was right here. If I had adjusted this strap even further down, this would be pretty much choking me. So that's why I have this part all the way over here, and that's why the backpack sits where it sits. And yeah, so other than that, I have not, if you saw my last review of this backpack, of just the overall with the lights, I said I would, you know, I would pretty much try to modify the strap, which I have not. So I have been wearing it, I would say probably around this distance of apart to try to, you know, when I put it on. So I would have to really suck it in just to get it to close. And then once I lock it in, you know, it kind of holds all my, pretty much my intestines together, I would say. So that's pretty much it. I haven't, like I said, I haven't done that part. And that's about it. I mean, other than that, overall, you know, I just like that I'm able to fit a lot like that. And that's about it. I mean, nothing else I could say about this backpack. Other than that, besides that, you know, the eyes and everything, being able to modify it. And if you haven't seen that video, a link right up here on the video, probably up here somewhere. I'm gonna post a link of how to modify the lighting on this backpack, because there is a way, and they're always coming up with new updates, which is good. And also my other review of just the overall backpack itself before actually using it. Alrighty guys, so that pretty much concludes the video about this overall in-depth review of this backpack. I figure I'd dim the lights a little bit because, you know, that way you guys can see the lighting, a little bit of the eyes, which I think that one's a really cool one. Other than that, so yeah, so that's pretty much the review of it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please smash that like button if you did. If you found the video helpful, please share the video with other people. That way they could get an overall review, because there is no videos out there actually going more in depth about the backpack. There is just videos out there just kind of showing this. Who cares? I mean, yeah, this is really cool and everything, but people want to see, you guys, I know you guys want to see, you know, how the inside looks. You know, is it practical? Can I use it out there on the road, or, you know, as a backpack or book bag or whatever? You know, is it a yes or you know, all the pros and cons and all that other stuff. So that's why I do these videos for you guys. Other than that, if you haven't yet subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. It's right down there, a nice little red rectangle says subscribe, so don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell, that way you guys are up to date with all my latest installations and videos and uploads and all that craziness. If you guys have any questions, don't forget to leave them down also below. Leave a question down below. Let me know what you guys think about the video. And if you guys want to see more reviews about, you know, backpacks and bags in general, on what I use, you know, just let me know. I enjoy doing that type of content to kind of just show you all the practicality, the cons, the pros and cons and stuff like that. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.